Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Um, so in this video, we are going to setting up HA VPN between Google Cloud VPC using Terraform. So we are going to take a good touch into the world of Terraform and learn how to use it to automate the and I mean to set up the HA VPN. We will cover everything from creating our Terraform configuration file to deploying our infrastructure using the Terraform. Okay. One more thing, that if you have been following my previous videos in this playlist series, you will know that I already demonstrate how to set up an HA VPN using the GUI. But in this video, we are going to take it one step further and learn how to do it all with the Terraform. So if you're ready to take your Google Cloud networking skills to the next level, then let's get started. So in this in my screen, you'll see Terraform icons like Terraform. On the left hand side, I have a Terraform files, Terraform state files, and on the right hand side, I have the target platforms. So I'm not going to deep dive into each and everything of the Terraform, but the people who are absolute beginners, just for their information, the Terraform is the infrastructure as a code, and you can use this tool to deploy your resources onto the target platform on whether it is a cloud or whether it is a VMware, OpenShift, like right. So Terraform a code are basically use the HashiCorp configuration language, so you can write your code, or you can also use pre-built modules provided by the cloud platform or the target platforms. So you can use those modules to deploy your platforms. So these are the file extensions, like .tf, where you write the codes. Basically, we call it a HashiCorp configuration language, or you can call it module as well sometime. And tf vars is something that is a kind of variables, right? You put your variables and the state file where it map the resource IDs or resources to the targeted platform, right? So state file is very important. If this state file gets corrupted or anything happens or you lose this state file, then it would be a problem, right? So once you deploy, once you initialize your Terraform configuration file, and plan and apply onto the target platform, the resource will be created onto the cloud platform, right? So in this video, what we are going to do, we have a two VPC, VPC1, VPC2, VPC1 in Mumbai region, VPC2 is a New Delhi region. So between these two region, I'm going to set up a HA VPN. HA VPN means high availability VPN, so that we would have two interface here, two and two interface here. On each interface, we will create a two tunnels, and so that we would have about four tunnels altogether. Okay. So as a part of setup, you would create a cloud router, right? You would create a cloud router here. You will create one cloud router here, one cloud router here, right? And VPN gateway, right here. You create a VPN gateway here. You will have some subnets, right? You will have some subnets, and then we will created tunnels. BGP sessions, we will also create a BGP session, so that whatever subnet that you will create, it will automatically advertise to the corresponding network. So BGP session we will also see, right? So I would highly recommend to please watch my previous video, which is in the same playlist, and then come back to this video, so that you would understand the code very well, right? Because I'm going to go through walk you through the code which is already written, and I took this code from Google Cloud itself, from the Google Cloud GitHub repo. And I will also add this code, or add my GitHub repo in the video's description, so that you can use this code to deploy in your lab. Okay. So let's jump onto my IDE. So here is the code. Let me explain this code, what we are going to do. right? On the left hand side, I have a main TF file. I have this. I have the provider and the TF state file, right? So in the provider, this is the provider Google, because my target platform is Google, because I'm going to deploy this resource on Google Cloud Platform. So my provider is Google. If it is AWS, then you would use AWS or Azure, right? So the region is going to be Asia is south to Mumbai, and then we have project, which is this my project, because I'm this is a one project only, where I have two VPCs, and this is the credential I have already exported it into the same directory. So this is a service account that is used to authenticate to your Google Cloud, right? Now coming back to the code, if you see this code, I am going to create a two VPC network, network 1 and network 2. And as you know, the VPC is a global service. That's why the routing mode I've set it to the global. Also set the global, and the VPC is always a global resource. Okay. Auto creation subnet, because I chose it false because I want my own subnets. Okay. Now, the 14th line, number 14th, you are going to we are going to create a subnets in network one. So we are going to create a two subnets, where I name it HA VPN subnet one, which is in Delhi. Sorry, Asia South two is a Delhi region basically. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Asia South one is a Mumbai region. Yeah. So okay, and let me just cross check. Sometime I forgot. Let me check. Uh, compute. Sometimes I get confused. Asia South 2 and Asia South 1. So let me just cross verify here. Where is Europe? Asia South. Yeah, Asia South 2 is Delhi. Asia South 1 is Mumbai. Anyways, so we are going to create two subnets in in Delhi and Mumbai, and we are again going to create two more subnets in VPC2, which is again is going to be in Delhi and Mumbai. So if you see, I the CIDR range is 10.1.0.24 and 10.02. Similarly, I used the network to the different range 192. So you will easily get to know the isolations, the network isolations. Okay, 10 series and 192 series. So now we have HA VPN gateway and Delhi region. So we are going to create a two HA VPN gateway. Each gateway has two interface. Okay, that's why we have two interface. And second, now next is we also going to create a cloud router for both the VPCs. Right, we need a cloud router, right? So for one network, I use HA VPN router one. Which network? It is going to be Google Compute Network one, right? So I refer this from here, right? This one, Google Compute Network dot network one dot id, right? And then we are going to create the cloud. Sorry, the cloud router part is done, and also I have also given the ASN number 64514 and 64512. All right. So this ASN number is very important, right? It has to be unique, right? And now we are going to create a pair of tunnel on each interface, such as interface 0 and 1. So whenever you create a gateway, whenever you create a HAVPN gateway, it will create a two interface 0 and 1. Similarly, HAVPN gateway 2 will create an interface 0 and 1. So on each gateway you have two interface. It means you can create a two tunnels. Similarly, here you can create a two tunnels, and that's why we are here going to create a pair of tunnels on each interface, right? So let's say so we are going to create a tunnel one. The name is going to be tunnel one, region is Delhi. The VPN gateway is going to be your first VPN gateway, right? And then the peer gateway ID, it is going to be your gateway 2, right? On interface 0. What interface? Now shared secret, a secret message. It's a shared secret which it will be used to authenticate, right? Um, Now router, here I have created a router 1, because this is a tunnel 1 on gateway 1, right? And the interface is going to be 0. Similarly, you will create a tunnel 2, which is in going to be again in Delhi region, and this time your VPN gateway again the same code, the same process you will follow, but it is on interface 1, right? Now again we'll create a tunnel 3. Tunnel 3 means it would be a reverse. So here you will see the VPN gateway is going to be gateway 2, and the peer VPC is going to be gateway 1. It is going to be reverse, right? And the router is going to be router 2. Now tunnel 4, same process. Now it's going to be interface 1, right? The code is pretty easy if you understand, the basic of the fundamental components of the VPN setup, right? Then it is not going to be a complicated for you, right? If you're coming from an experienced background on Terraform, then this code is an easy code, right? Simple code, right? You can get it this code from the Google Cloud GitHub repo. I copy this code from there also, there as well. Okay. Now this is a very important part: configuring setting on for a BGP broader gateway protocol sessions at each tunnel. So basically BGP is used to create the sessions at each tunnels, right? So BGP is basically a broader gateway protocol. It is a protocol that is used on the network layer on network devices like Cisco routers, right, like that. So here we are going to create the sessions on each router interface, right? Or on each tunnel, sorry, on each tunnel. So I named it router interface 1, and the router 1 selected on which router is going to be create, and then the region, the IP range. This is going to be a unique IP range, right? As we know, and then the VPN tunnel 1, right? Similarly, this is going to be this is going to be Google Compute Router peer. Now peer, you need to set the peer as well, right? So what is the peer? 64515, the ASN number, which is the ASN number of this Google Cloud Router 2, right? Similarly, you will create again second router interface, and the peer is going to be this one. Now we will reverse it. Router 2 interface 1, and this is going to be our router 1 peer ASN number, and the router 2 interface 2, this is going to be router 1 peer ASN number, right? So pretty easy. Now we are going to deploy this code, and then let's see what happens, right? So whenever you write a code, whenever you write a new code on your Terraform configuration file or modify that, you always remember that you need to initialize your code. Okay. And if you want to see, if you want to validate your code, then this is the command that you can use to validate uh, that your code is fine. There is no issue with this code. So the validate command is help you to validate your each and every code, and tell you whether your configuration is valid or not. If you have any issues or any error in your code, then it will define, or it will display you here, and also help you how to resolve this, right? Now in my case my code is valid. Now let's go and run Terraform plan. See, this is going to create 22 resource, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. So if we can also export this code to a file, so that and send it to your managers or your senior so that he can review. So you can see that it is going to create a VPN gateway 1, VPN gateway 2, network and network 2, then cloud router, then cloud router 2, router interface 1, 2, again router 2 interface 1 and 2, then peer router 1, and so on. There are 22 resource. Then we have subnets 2, subnet 3, subnet 4, tunnels, everything, right? So okay, we also notice that the shared secret is sensitive value, right? That the Terraform will automatically takes care of it, right? So it is a sensitive value. That's why it is not visible here. Now let's apply this. Let's apply this. Confirm yes. I want to apply. You can see that your Terraform is now creating your resource. See, it is creating your VPC1, VPC2. And meanwhile, let's log into your Google Cloud Console and see what's happening over here. See, it already created a VPC1 and VPC2 with the name network 1 and network 2, and now it is creating a VPN gateway, subnets, multiple resource. So Terraform takes care of your dependency, right? That it automatically takes care of dependency, like which resource to create first, which resource to create after that, right? So it will automatically take care, but in some time you need to define. But that's a different case. So now we will see network one. You have two subnets, HA VPN subnet 1, HA VPN subnet 2 in Asia. One is in Delhi region and another is in the Mumbai region, right? Similarly, sorry. Similarly, if you go to, oh, come on. If you go to network 2, you'll get the same subnet, subnet 3, subnet 4, right? So now let's go to the VPN. I think it is still loading, still creating, right? Still creating. But you can see that Terraform is creating your resource, creating your VPN gateways, VPN 1 and VPN 2. The gateway 1, as I said, each gateway has two interface because it is HA VPN, and each interface has got the public IP, right? So it has got two public IP, and gateway 2 got a two public IP. And the VPC network is VPC network 1. The VPN gateway is on network 1, and VPN 2 is on network 2. Okay, and the tunnels. Okay, the tunnels are still creating. So let's wait for few. Yeah, okay, so the Terraform has completed the resource. Now refresh this. All right, so you can see that your tunnels status, right? So your tunnel status are established, your BGP sessions are established. The first tunnel, which you can see, network 1 and network 2, and the second, third and fourth tunnel are on network 2, right? It's right. So you can see that it's a cloud VPN, the gateway IP, and the peer VPN gateway ID, right? 222, and the peer is 207. Similarly, 63, the peer is 40. Now here it is reversed, right? BGP IP address, it is again the same. VPN gateway is now set up. Let's see cloud routers. So we have two cloud routers on network 1 and network 2. The ASN number is 64514, as I show you on in the code, right? And the second router ASN number is 64515, which is on different gateways, right? The tunnels, we can also see the tunnels here as well. I can also see the sessions, right? If you want to see the logs, you can also see the logs, right? Okay, so I'll not cover the log, but you can see the logs, what traffic is going through, what is not the traffic, but if something happens, right? What is happening? Everything will be captured over here. Um, if you go to the VPN, if you go to the tunnel one, then you'll see all the details, right? You'll see all the details like the in-depth details, right? So in my previous videos, where in my previous to previous videos, we used the same setup but with the help of GUI, right? But this time we made it with the Terraform. So this is the beauty of Terraform and or infrastructure code service, right? So you can use this code in any environment. Just take this code and you can deploy this in any of the project, or any of can share this code to your friends, and they can also deploy it, right? So now to verify the connectivity, it is again a very simple task. If you watched my previous video, then you know how to open this firewall rules between these two network, and then you can spin up the VM instance. Basically, you can create a VM instance in this network and VM instance in this network. Open some firewall rule and try to ping. Right? You can try to ping. So go ahead and try this. And if you get any issues, then feel free to comment. Right. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit onto the like button and share it with your friends. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.